welcome to the crypt. Today we're going to be checking out Across the Obelisk. This is a game developed by Dreamsight Games, released back in 2021. As you can see here, it's version 1.0.4a. This is essentially a co-op slash solo deck building roguelite. We're going to jump straight into it today. We're going to check out adventure mode, which is essentially the storyline. There are, of course, Obelisk challenge and weekly challenge modes that you can unlock later on in the game. So if we jump into adventure mode, create a new game, and let's check this out.
It all started on the princess's 16th birthday, when suddenly a burst of energy erupted from the princess's chamber and swept through the kingdom of Senempia. Royal guards explored every corner of the castle, but found no sign of her, or Lord Handshake, the court magician. The king sent soldiers all over the kingdom. None of them returned. The trail of the princess was lost, deep in the old forest, near the ancient obelisk that had been dormant for centuries. Desperate, the king proclaimed a royal decree, announcing a reward for whoever brought the princess home safely. The news spread quickly throughout the kingdom. Many groups of adventurers prepared to investigate the obelisk. This is the story of one of those groups.
Okay, so we have a very typical storyline. Princess has disappeared. We have to go find them and rescue them. We're going to jump into this here. So it looks like we've got a general map with a pathing system like Slay the Spire and many other games of this type of genre. If we have a quick overview, we've got obviously some combat, suspicious map transitions, anvil. Looks like there's character events and a potential boss fight at the end. So if we go and check out the tavern, I believe it is. No, the kingdom here. So this is our town. In the town, we do have upgrades to it. This, I believe, is going to be universal. So we need supply crates for this. There should be universal upgrades to all the towns from what I can tell here. Depending on how many crates or supplies you bring back. We do have the Magic Forge where we can craft cards, as you can see here. We can craft these using crystals, or shards I should say. Each character has of course their own type of unique card pool. As you can see here, we've got obviously our melee tank, our ranger, our mage, and our healer. The church is used to remove cards from the deck. We also have a cart over here where we can pay gold to get a divination round. Now I'm not 100% sure on what the divination round is at the moment. We may find that out later on. It does say in a multiplayer game everyone will benefit from this as well. Higher cost of divination round, the higher the chance to obtain better cards. So that could be quite interesting to check out later in the game. We also have the armory to buy different equipment to upgrade our heroes here. So they do all start with at least one equipment slot filled out. And then we have our altar, which will be how we upgrade our cards as well. Now I believe this also uses the shards or crystals. So for an example, if we say take this card here, Intercept, for the cost of 60, we can upgrade into one of two different types of cards. For the energy cost to be increased by 1, we get a 14 block. Or if we keep it as a 0 energy cost, it goes up to 7. I might actually grab that now. I don't want to use all of our crystals or shards just yet. But it is useful to have a quick look through here. I may actually upgrade one of these cards as well, Rend. So currently 5 damage with 8 bleed. We could upgrade that to 6 damage with a 10 bleed. Now we could have actually also looked at some of the other characters' cards as well. I do want to have a quick look into the forge here. This is where we can basically craft cards. These can only be crafted if we have unlocked them previously. So the likes of Steel Skin. I believe this card here I actually unlocked on a previous game. But it seems to have appeared in the shop as well. So what we might do is also check out the armory. Now we do have a fair few different items here we could equip to different characters. We've got fire damage +1, holy damage +1, resistance up by 3%. Cast card pebble throw. This is an interesting one. I haven't seen this before. So I'm not too sure what this does exactly. It'd be interesting to see. Gain 1 speed by the looks of it. Or speed +2 per charge. Okay. Obviously your max HP and other resistance up. So we could look at maybe trying to equip 1 or 2 of our characters with something a little bit extra. Our main tank could probably do with a resistance up or a max HP up. We do only have 300 gold at the moment, so we have to be a little bit wary of that. Let's have another quick look through here. Okay, so I know that Evelyn does have some fire damage spells. So we could probably give her the fire wand. And Reginald, he does, I think, holy damage from memory. Let's maybe just upgrade our tank with a resistance to everything. There we go. Right, we'll save what other points we have at the moment anyway. Let's head into combat, I guess. So the path we may want to take, we could probably head up this way. I am curious about these character events, so in the previous playthrough I only got like a couple of tiles through this, so let's go up to the western farmland here. Okay, so next to the end button we have the number 4, which is how much energy we have. Now each card obviously has the energy cost, like a lot of these deck builder games, so just be wary of that. We can scroll over each of these and see what they do as well. So 9 melee damage. This will only attack the front monsters. Deflect, this is a card specifically for ourselves or this character. And we have Adrenaline as well, which has Suffer and Gain 2 energy. The Fatigue is gain 1 less energy per charge at the start of the turn. I think what we'll do first is maybe a Deflect. We could try Expert Tracker as well. This will grant an Inspire, which gives us a extra card per charge at the start of the turn. So we can actually apply this to whoever we want. I am thinking maybe we go with our tank here. Okay, we can discard up to 5 cards. Let's see, so energy, I might discard Enrage. Intercept's not bad. Barricade is a little bit expensive. There we go. Right, let's do some damage with these slice cards. And we could probably do another deflect as well, actually. Right, this is actually a pretty good card. Rupture, it'll do 10 range damage, apply to bleed, and the slow counter, which is actually 2 per charge. So let's apply that and end our turn there. Alright, so it's our tank's turn. We can see the turn order up above here. So it looks like our next attack will be the mage, Evelyn. Right, I am possibly going to use Rend here. I'll just check through what other cards we have. No, in fact, what I might do is let's use Fast Strike twice. I'm going to use an Intercept on ourselves, just give us a little bit of shield, and then Rend, which will do 6 damage and apply a 10 bleed on the enemy. I think that's pretty good for that turn. Okay, for a 0 cost Fire Blast, we can do 4 fire damage. What else do we have? Okay, so we've got lightning damage. Energize will gain 1 extra energy per charge at the start of the turn. Okay, so charge battery, hero. So this can be applied to any hero by the looks of it, this transmission card. Right, let's start with our freebie, our Fire Blast. Apply to chill, okay. Think we'll use our Frostbolt as well here. And then finally end with transmission. Now, we could do this, I think we put it on our tank, to be honest. And end there. We've almost finished this battle anyway. Pretty easy to start off, not too bad. Alright, so we have our, I guess, cleric. We can heal as well with him. We also have foresight. So foresight will reveal a card per charge. So just as an example, if we use it on the back one, next turn we'll be able to see what card they're actually going to be playing so we can counter it. We also have barrier, which has block and shield. Holy smite. So yes, this character does have holy damage. We would gain a blessing. Damage done and heal received is +1 per charge. Okay, so I think what we might start with is the healing. And then we could use our Holy Smite on our back row enemy. The front row enemy should die from bleed on its turn, so I'm not too worried there, but we'll probably kill everyone before then anyway. Okay, this is going to be an easy one. We'll just send all of this to the back. Though I would like to show here, we can see, because of that ability we used before with Evelyn, we can now see what card they plan to use. They have a deal 6 range damage, and they'll repeat that 2 times. You have to actually reveal this, use the sight on all of the enemies if you want to see each of their cards. So it's only effective on whoever you cast that sight on. Right, let's use our aim shot. And I guess for the sake of it, let's just get rid of the front monster and end there. Okay, rend is a good one. We'll use that, apply the 8 bleed, even though we're probably not going to need it. Alright, Captain's Howl will do 1 vulnerable and 1 slow. So that's going to debuff them. We can then probably just go with a fast strike. Alright, you'll have to excuse me because I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, which is also why I haven't uploaded in a little while. So apologies for any delays in the videos. I have been a little bit sick recently, but hopefully we'll be able to get back into this. Right, so at the end of combat, we get the chance to choose between 4 different options for each hero in our party. We can pick a card between 3 of these, or we can pick 30 shards to add to the pool. If you're playing in co-op, I believe each person gets whatever character they can pick their own thing. But as a solo player, you can actually decide for everyone. Now we've got a precise strike, which is 19 damage, sweeping strike 10, and then 4 to the target sides, which isn't bad. Also steel skin, which we did see in the shop earlier that we could craft. So I might take sweeping strike. We do get performance bonuses as well, as you can see at the top. Plus 40% coins, 40% experience, I believe it is, or renown. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I think it's experience. And then plus 1 cards tier. So now the rogue here, let's have a look. Chant of initiative grants fast, and stanza, which is mind damage plus 1. Okay, interesting. Also have poisonous shot. That's going to apply 3 poison. So a stack of 3 poison. Looks like it's typical. You lose 1 HP per charge. So it's got 3 charges it would stack on the enemy there. And then deal 11. So okay, we also have toxic rain for a cost of 0. It's basically a free poison. Also has wet, which lightning damage taken is plus 1 per charge as well. It does prevent 1 burn per charge though. So if you are using this, you obviously want to use lightning damage instead of any sort of fireballs or anything like that. I think I might go with the poisonous shot. Let's grab that one. Now our mage has electric discharge, elemental ward, which is our insulate for resistances against the elements, and our shield. Then malicious eye, which will do 2 damage and apply sight for the cost of 0. I actually think that's not bad. It does a little bit of damage, which is better than nothing, so I might take that one. And then our cleric here. Looks like he's got Violence, 11 damage, apply 2 poison, 1 sight, I believe it is. Or 1 dark damage, I should say. So Shadow Resistance, minus 1%. And then a slow. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good, and it's a cost of 2. Then we have Fade, which is stealth, and Buffer. Prevent 1 curse per charge, and stealth is damage and heal plus 20% per charge. Then we have Mind Blast, which will do 4 damage and apply 4 insane. So mind resistance is minus 1% per charge. Damage done minus 0.5% per charge. Okay. I'm kind of keen on the Violence. I don't think the cleric has enough damage dealing cards at the moment, so we'll grab that. Okay, so we can either go Scorched Field or down to Tom's Farm. Let's go to the Scorched Field. Check this out. Crops on fire. Near the farm you come across a burned field and a burning house. In front of the house there is a fire imp causing fires next to some burning cornies. Even half burned, the house may contain something valuable, but you'll have to deal with the fire imp and cornies first. You can deal with the imp and investigate the house or ignore him. Okay, so we've got a few options here, and the options on this do affect story from what I've been told, mainly with the events and the quests. So we'll see how this plays out. We do also have success probability on the right hand side, you'll see. So essentially I believe we would have to do, if it's the group one here, we have to roll 5 or lower. This one's a cold spell card we'd have to pull, and then the bottom one is 3 or higher. Okay, let's check this out. Should we go, I think the best probability is probably the stealth. Let's try that and see how we go. Alright, we got success. He had no problem hiding in the cornfields without him seeing you. When he least expects it, you come out of the shadows and give him a good blow. The imp is stunned and begins to bleed. The fight begins. So yeah, we must have gone a little bit of a buff there. As you can see, it looks like he's partially damaged. Got the bleed effect and slow effects on him. And then the cornies, these are different types actually. They have a fire resistance minus 2, so they do have this debuff as well. Suffer 4 fire damage at the start of the turn. Alright, I think what we should do is maybe just start with the deflect. It's a freebie, so why not? And then we'll go with our aimed shot. Let's maybe hit the imp at the back while we can, and end our turn there. Intercept, okay, freebie, we'll use that. Sweeping strike, not bad, we'll use that on our center target. There we go. And then rend, we can also use that, which would be handy. If we do this, it will apply another 10. So I believe if we hit the back enemy, we should actually be able to kill it when it comes to its turn. Actually, I might use it on our front enemy here, front row enemy, since their turn is next. There we go. So the characters you see on screen here as well, they are not the only characters you can get in the game. There are apparently about 16 unlockable characters throughout the game. And as far as the cards go, there's supposedly like 500 plus cards and items available in the game. So there is actually quite a lot of replayability to this. And I do have to say, I quite enjoy the art style as well. The thick sort of line work, all the line art around it, really highlights the characters quite well. I really enjoy that kind of style. I think they may have done a couple updates over the past year and added content as well. I'm sure there's probably going to be a few more in the future as well, though. So let's use Malicious Sight. Our next enemy to go is going to be the Imp at the back. And he's going to use Fire Ember, so deal 7 damage, apply 3 fire, or 3 burn, I should say. Okay. Alright, what's the best way to deal with this then? Alright, let's use our charge battery on him. And use a fire blast as well. Mana Gem will gain 2 energy. That's not bad, even though we don't actually need it. I guess we just go with the Elemental Ward. So let's put that on our tank. Now, I am curious whether or not this energy transfers over. It does say unused energy will be available next turn. Maximum energy is 10. So I guess we might as well use this. So I believe the unused energy is maybe just for that character. Okay. We may need to heal. Let's heal. We could probably use... Ooh, flash. Should probably do at least some damage, right? Probably not a bad idea. He's going to go next, so if we hit him, hopefully he should die next turn from the bleed. And then, say we put a barrier on, I guess, our tank again. Okay, so yes, he dies before he even got his attack off, which is nice to see. Okay, we have 3 energy to use. So we could be doing 23 here, or what's 3 times 9? Is that 27? Yeah, it might be better just to use Slice. I think we can take out this front enemy. Perfect. Okay, we could do Inspire as well, so our tank here is going to go next. Don't really care for Enrage. Probably don't really care for Defend either, to be honest. So let me think about this for a second. Okay, we'll only get rid of Enrage, I think. Okay, they'll give the slow and the debuff. Rend is always a good one. Use our intercept here. And then just follow it up with the fast strike. That slow was quite good. It pushed its turn order back quite a bit. Right, so we actually had quite a lot of energy on Evelyn at that stage. She had 8, I believe. So yeah, we were able to kill that enemy with ease. Alright, so let's see. We can probably pick some more cards here. Deal 22 damage, apply crack, which is blunt damage taken +1 per charge, and slow. Helping hand. So, dispel, I believe that's going to get rid of any curses or debuffs we have. And it also grants an inspire. That's not bad for 0 cost. But I don't know if we're going to be using that too much just yet. And then change weapon. Reveal 2 cards from your draw pile and put them into your hand. Okay. Let's get the maim attack. It is fairly expensive. I think that's actually our first card that costs 3 energy to use. We've got Dual Strike, which is a melee and range attack. That's interesting. And then we can also trace, which is going to look at the 4 cards and then discard any of them. I'm curious about this Dual Strike. I guess some monsters may only be affected by certain types of damage. I might actually take the shards this time. Alright, and now Evelyn, what is your ability? Necrotic Burst. Okay, so that's deal X shadow damage. Rain, apply 2 wet. And Curse of Shadows, which actually seems better. Might take Curse of Shadows here. Heal 4 for the cost of 1. 13 holy damage plus apply 2 Sanctify Holy Resistance, -1% per stack, and infuse Courage. Okay, so Courage. Holy, Shadow, and Mind resistances plus 30%. Okay, so it's a defensive card. Sacred Bolt probably is the way to go. Right, you're at the entrance of the burning house. Clearly this was a poor man's house, and you can see that the contents inside are already destroyed or burned. Before you leave, a chest catches your eye. Although the chest is still on fire, the fire is spreading rapidly and there will be nothing left in a few moments. Will you venture into the flames for a poor man's chest? Okay, so we could loot, rush into the house and try to get the chest out. We require 4 or higher, so I think the percentage chance is pretty good, 76%. Or we can leave. I think we go for the loot. Let's check this out. 3, we failed, okay. The heat becomes unbearable and you have to leave the chest behind before the house collapses. Fortunately, you made this decision quickly and no one was hurt. Okay, I'm curious if there is a chance we maybe get a debuff on the next fight. If potentially we could have been burnt and then had the debuff from that. So it also says down the bottom here, hidden options 3. Some replies have special requirements like shards, gold, and different characters. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so Suspicious Hatch is a map transition. So I guess we change over to maybe like a dungeon or something like that. Let's go Mountain Ridges. Okay, what is this? Obelisk corruption. The obelisk's influence is corrupting the monsters in this area. You can choose to fight them under the effects of corruption to increase the difficulty and gain additional rewards. Choose one of these rewards. The party will gain access to a rare equipment shop with a 30% discount, or each hero will be able to remove one card for free from the deck. Okay, all monsters gain all damage +1, immune to insane. Every round, place Magic Mushroom at the top of a random hero's deck. Magic Mushroom is on draw. It would be nice if I could actually click on that to read it properly. Doesn't look like I can read it otherwise. On draw, I think we get a burn damage debuff. Suffer 4, lose 1 energy, and suffer 8. So that does not sound good. It's an average difficulty. I'm sure this is probably doable. Let's accept the challenge for the sake of the video. Oh yes, of course. We want the equipment shop, I think. We don't have a lot of money, but hopefully that 30% discount would get us at least something. Let's try it out. Okay, we have to use the deflect. Poisonous shot, it's not a bad option. Let's use it on the what looks to be a possessed farmer at the back. So he's poisoned, and then we can use maybe aimed shot as well on him. I mean, we could gain 2 energy now, and then next turn we get -1 energy. Yeah, why not? We'll use that. We'll get these the slice damage off. We want to finish this match as fast as possible. Okay, if we use Enrage, we will get to draw a card and gain 2 energy for the cost of 1. Sounds good to me. Hero, let's use Intercept to get that shield in, and a rend on the first monster. Alright, let's maybe do a couple of strikes. I believe that monster should die next turn. I may also want to use a defend on someone as well. Oh, it's only on self, sorry. We'll use a defend on ourselves. Perfect. They're dead. Okay, so the farmer can remove their burn debuffs they had. But they will now take more damage to lightning. It's just a shame I don't really have lightning. Let's use our mana gem. And we can grant ourselves a little bit of a buff there. There we go. End our turn. Yeah, so he actually got a blessing from that attack. Damage done and heal received is +1. Let's go with a heal on him. I do want to use Foresight because I am curious about this farmer. I've never seen what abilities he has, so we can use Sight on him so we learn a little bit more in the future. And then I guess we use our flash. Do we want to use a barrier? Maybe use a barrier on our rogue Andron. So yeah, we're taking the burn damage from the mushroom that was added to our deck. That we have to draw each turn. So we do suffer 1 fire damage at the start of our turns because of that. Ooh, Rupture. That's pretty good. However, I would prefer to have done something a little bit different. I mean, it's a shame it's only for the front monster. What else could we potentially do? Okay, I think we'll just use an aim shot at our back row here. We can see that he's going to do 11 damage and apply 2 bleed to the front hero. So if we use Expert Tracker on our front hero here. Okay, good. We can actually discard that mushroom that we are forced to pull. That's not bad. Barricade's all good. I think I'm relatively happy with those cards. They are mainly defensive, which isn't ideal, but they'll be fine. So we can use our Captain's Howl. They'll give them slow and push back all of their turns. I think Barricade might be a bit of a better play here. We could go Barricade. I mean, do we really need to? Let's just go all out. We'll just go all out. I think we should be able to do a decent amount of damage here. There we go, that's one enemy down. Malicious Eye for free will do the 2 damage, and that should give us sight as well. So they're going to use Popcorn Burst, dealing 7 damage and repeating twice. Okay, they're not wet anymore, so that charge battery isn't as good. Alright, we'll just actually, we'll use this on the farmer, I think. Let's attack the farmer. Let's just use this card to see if it does anything. 1. Okay. Healing Rain. We could go with that. Let's see. Ooh, Vile Lance. I want to use that. Let's check that out. Get the poison off. And some holy damage as well would be kind of nice. 8 holy damage to the farmer. Global Healing Rain. Global. I'm wondering, okay, so is that going to affect the enemy as well? Maybe not the best idea to use that. Let's just end our turn. Okay, this prevents 1 stealth per charge. Damage taken is +1 per charge. Okay. Let's just aim shot the farmer and get rid of him, to be honest. And then we can use our deflect. Alright, so not really a difficult match, thankfully. We should have it in the bag right now. Not too bad. I think it was worth doing. Alright, what abilities do we have? Leap, Slam, deal 25 damage and apply Crack. Blunt damage taken +1. Okay. I don't know if we want a lot of 3 energy cards. I might take the shards this time. Alright, Shiv is, for some reason, 3 range, even though that is not a Shiv. I believe that's a kunai. And apply Insane. Okay, hit and run, deal 15 damage. You gain 1 fast. That's for the front monster. And then Trace. I guess we'll take what's called a Shiv. Free attacks are always nice. All heroes gain Insulate. Okay. Flare. 13 fire damage. And then apply 2 burn. And then we've got Necrotic Burst as well. I mean, Flare, I guess we could use Flare. That's probably not too bad. Penance. Oh, so, okay, this is our first move, which would be multiple times. Repeat the card's effect X times. Flash for the cost of 1, or a Scry. Let's take this Penance. Okay, so this is the bonus shop that we actually unlocked for completing that. We do have the 30% discount. We don't have a lot of money, unfortunately, though. So we'll probably only be able to purchase maybe 1 of these by the looks of it. Okay, so range and blunt damage +1. Flute. Reduce the cost of the highest cost song spell in your hand by 1. Then Ruby Amulet is 12 HP. Leather Boots for +1 speed. Then Holy Charges +1. Okay. Let's see. I guess this could be good. Having the +1 range for Andron. I mean, I don't care too much about the +12 max HP, though in saying that, the likes of Evelyn could potentially use it, even though she's already got a jewelry slot filled up. I think the Morning Star might be the way to go here. Let's grab that. And that's it. That's all we could do. The other items, such as the scroll, which we couldn't afford anyway. When you die, resurrect with 50% of your HP and destroy Scroll of Resurrection. That's very good. That's a very good card. That would be perfect for a boss fight. And what else was it? Magic Tome. All damage +1. 1 time / turn. When you play a spell, draw a card. And then Shadow Book was damage +2. When you play a shadow spell, draw a card. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, we'll just quickly jump in to see what the character event is, and we'll end it at that. Whispers in the Shadow. You've entered a nearby watermill. It seems empty at first glance, but then you hear a whisper directed at you. You aren't my prey. You are scaring them. Leave, please. But first, I have an offer for you. If you happen to find a very strong venom and give it to me, I will join your group after I finish this job. You can't see who it is, but the offer seems interesting. Alright, that accent is definitely that of a lizard man. I've helped your tribe before. Ooh, okay. You will search for it if you get the chance. You ask for a clue where to start, or someone who doesn't show up when asking for a favor doesn't deserve your trust. Let's try this one here because I think it's the first time we've had the actual character show up, which is why it's a character event. Oh, I can't believe it. It's you, Reginald. I'm Thulz, the little lizard man. I really appreciate what you did for me in the past. Right now, I'm on a job. Could you bring me that venom, please? You will surely find it in the spider cave in Aqua Fall Marsh. When I finish the job, I'll come back to you to thank you properly. For now, please accept these items as a gift. Oh, wow. Okay, that is really good. We got... Okay, we can choose one of the items of the following gold amount. 50 coin. Okay. Or the following gold amount, I should say. Crossbow. Is this specifically for our main? Oh no, we can toggle between them. The speed is nice. Leather armor. Resistance. Damage. Shuffle 2 poison dart into your deck. Okay. All resistances. Okay, this is interesting. Right. All three have at least weapons. I do like the idea of these slippers though, actually. I might use them on... I mean, you've got an armor slot, but I'm hoping I can change this, right? Oh, actually, I didn't realize this. You see this tip at the bottom? When a hero equips the same item twice, the item will transform into its corrupted version. Okay, that's pretty cool. Did not know that. Right, armor slots. Maybe we could give her some speed or some leather armor. Actually, I might give her some leather armor. That's resistance plus 10%. That's not too bad. Let's do that. We'll give her that. Oh, is it one item per person? Oh, it must be. Okay. I thought it was just one item between everyone. Right, well in that case then, I guess you can have poison darts. Seems fitting. You do have, I guess, all resistances for you. And then you can probably have some slippers, right? Okay, that was really good. That's a great reward, honestly. I'm surprised by that. Well, okay, we're going to leave it at that for today. Yeah, this was Across the Obelisk. Actually, a really good deck builder from what I've seen so far. I'm excited to play a bit more of this, actually. Curious what the boss fight's going to be like. This is obviously the first map here. I don't know if there's... I mean, it says Act 1, so I assume there's additional acts throughout the story that we're going to be following through. But, yeah, that was it. That's Across the Obelisk. So if you enjoyed this and want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya!